I had the mute button hit. Good evening and welcome to the Hobby Corner. Hello, wife.
Hello everybody, I apologise. Trying to work along with my husband isn't the easiest sometimes. Have a good night, everybody.
That was Mrs. Hobby Corner coming in with the spice. Hope you're all well. Hope you're all feeling good. I hope you hit the week running. Let me just move all this. I had this all. Let me put in nice, in a nice position. There we go. There we go. That's better. Had it shoved in the nook so that, you know, I could see better on what I was doing. Because I had a lot of stuff that was in the way, you know. So, boom. I hope you're well. Let me have a look in the chat. See how you're doing. Boom. Hey, so we got Void Captain Bazooka and we also got Oliver Griffiths in there. How you doing? Hope you're well. Anyone else who's there, don't be afraid to say hello. Hey, Boffnet, hope you're well. Yeah, we are going to really have a good time. Now, I got a brand new setup now, okay? So I thought, you know what? I haven't been the most tech savvy person in a while, right? I used to be very tech savvy when I was younger, but then like for years I just put off anything tech. So I decided to link up this old flat screen TV that I got to the laptop. See if the laptop can handle having a double screen. It can. And we're streaming right now. And it's smooth as F. Yeah! So what I'm going to do is get in the loft to get my old flat screen monitor from my old PC, and I'm going to swap that in for next time. But it's great because I can see Streamlabs over here, I can see everything all nice, and I've got YouTube up here so I can see what all those beautiful people in the chat are saying right now. So it's really good. So I hope you're well. Varnish the door. I would, but it's not my house. I rent, so these doors were fitted in by either the people who own the property or the rental agency who probably replaced the doors. So yeah. How you doing, Gary? Hope you are well. Thank you for joining us. So yeah, get yourselves all customed and everything. And while I do that, I am going to swap it over to this one. Whoosh. Now it looks a bit of a mess because I've got my old wireless keyboard going up there, so I can put that down because I don't need that. Pop shield keeps moving. So we've got everything we need to know in here. In this one we are bringing in the very smexy looking Lord's Arcanum. So this is a first, and along with it we're also for the first time using our Knight Shrouds as well. So we are going to have a lot of fun with that, and I don't need that right now. I'll pop that in there. Hey, Different Gear TV, how you doing, man? Hope you're well. So we're going to start with the scenario intro and then just do a quick rundown of the War Scrolls. It'll only take us 5 minutes, and then we'll dive right in and start rolling dice like demons. So, and also, just for lulz, right? Because I know this will make everyone go absolutely mad. Look at that, eh? Can't get more spookier than that, eh? If only we could play like that, though. Unfortunately, I don't have enough soft light. I mean, I could pop these over. Woo. Light sticks. Just have these over the top, but they're not going to balance for long. Or can I have them over here? But yeah, it's not going to work. Just faffing about with the lighting. I'm experimenting with my setup at the moment, so just seeing what I can get out of it. So yeah, let's get that light on so you can see my smexy face. And whoosh, there we go. Right, so it's going to be quite a cool one. After this, we will be doing the Flesh Eater Courts one. So this brings in the final part of the rules that we need in order to play Age of Sigmar, and that is the priority roll. Now, until this point, we've just been using, you know, you go first, I go first, depending on the scenario, and then it's just been like that turn after turn. But now, after each battle round, you roll off to see who goes first. So it can mean that sometimes you get a double turn. So like you'll have your turn second in one battle round, and then in the following one, you get to go first, which can be good and it can be bad. And the same, like you could be first in one and then last in the other one. So it opens up a lot of tactical variations. It means that you really got to think ahead because you're not guaranteed to get a second turn in a row. So and it's a big hot topic because a lot of people don't like it for some reason. I honestly think it makes the game a lot more unpredictable and a lot more tactically challenging, because if you're doing turn by turn by turn by turn, you know what to expect every turn, right? But the art of a true general is to expect the unexpected and prepare for the unexpected. This pop shield is going to annoy me, isn't it? Anyways, let's get cracking, shall we? Right, so is anyone else popped in the chat? If you are here, don't be afraid to say hello. Join in the conversation. Let me know who you think's going to win. Do you think the Knight of Shrouds is going to take it? Or do you think the Lord Arcanum is going to bring in victory for Sigmar? So let's do this. Right. So I'm going to bring on some spooky music. Right, where do we need? That's what we need. Okie dokie. So let's do this. Let's really bring in the atmosphere, shall we? Whoa. Well, come on. No. Come on, where's the scary stuff? You're failing me now. Here we go. In the depths of the catacombs, far beneath the graveyard, Zandria Jourbolt and Anastasia Starstrike have located the relic they seek. An ancient stave crafted from bone, grasping a cursed magical gem. The souls of long-dead mortals swirl within the staff, amethyst stone, screaming for release, and a soft purple light emanates from the glowing gem. The dead too have arrived to claim the prize. Bursting from the walls, the Briar Queen and her thorns descend upon the Stormcast Eternals. Meanwhile, on the surface, bolts of heavenly lightning slam into the unhallowed grounds of the crumbling graveyard. The Lord Arcanum Borin Glory Mantle had arrived, along with more Stormcast Eternals. They must drive back the dead and buy time for Zandria to defeat her foes. The battle leader of the Nighthawks, a fell spirit clad in flowing black robes, spurs his ghostly steed forwards, seeking the Lord Arcanum in battle. Spells and swords ring out across the gloomy landscape as the two forces collide. This will be a match of wits. The commander whose tactics and strategies prove most effective will emerge victorious. Boom. There you go. So that is the scenario. I hope you're all well. Hey Budfish, hope you're good. Total Nova, welcome. So yeah, let me know what you think, what's going to happen in this game. Right, so let's pop in. Let's get it popping. All right, so we know about how the rules roughly go, but we'll quickly break it down. First, you got the hero phase, so you get to cast and unbind spells. Then you move into the movement phase, where you got running and retreat, but you do not move within 3 inches of any enemies. You also then have the shooting phase, where you can pick a target and attack. You get lookout, sir, if you're within if a hero is within 3 inches of subtract 1 from missile hit rolls that target an enemy hero that is within 3 inches of an enemy unit that has 3 or more models. There you go. Then you got the charge phase, so then you attack, you do all that, you do allocating wounds and slay models and all that. Then you got the combat phase, where you get to then do the 3-inch pile in, you get to pick a target and attack, and you do back and forth activating units. Then you got the battle shock phase, where you get to see which units had lost the most, and well, not lost the most, but you roll to see if they failed their bravery rolls, and if they do, they take casualties equal to how much you roll over. Then you also got the 3 command abilities here. So you got every turn you gain yourself 1 command ability, or sorry, 1 command point to spend as you like throughout that turn. You can roll them over to another turn to spend them at a later time. So you got at the double, which you can use in the movement phase. That allows you to pick a friendly unit that's within 6 inches of a friendly hero. The run roll is treated as being a 6, so you're guaranteed the full distance of running. Then you got forward to victory, which is used in the charge phase. Again, you can re-roll a charge roll if you want to, but you got to be within 6 inches of a friendly hero. And then you got the battle shock phase, inspiring presence, where if you're within 6 inches of a friendly hero, you can choose a unit to not have to take the battle shock test. So if you're taking a lot of heavy casualties, then that's perfect for you. So I hope that helps. Right, now hang on, I need to mute my blooming phone. There we go. Right, so let's just familiarize ourselves with today's War Scroll. So we have the Lord Arcanum. So he'll be leading the charge, quite literally, with our Stormcast Eternals. He has a 12-inch move, 7 wounds. He's got a 3-up save and 9 bravery. So it's pretty darn tough. He's equipped with an Aether Stave, which has a 2-inch range. He gets 4 attacks with a 3-up to hit and to wound. He does -1 rend, which doesn't affect the ghosts because they have ethereal as their special rule, which ignores it. But each successful attack does D3 damage, so that's quite nasty. All right, then we also got Razor Beacon Claws from his mount. It's a 1-inch range, 3 attacks, 3+ to hit and to wound as well. That's pretty good for a mount, I have to say. That's pretty nasty. And -2 rend. I mean, that would be really good if rend worked on night 1. And then 1 damage. It's a hero unit, so it benefits from Lookout Sir. And then it's got special abilities. So Cycle of the Storm. You know what? I'm going to bring this up bigger, just so you lot can see properly. There you go. Right, so Cycle of the Storm. Once per turn, when a friendly Stormcast model is slain within 18 inches of this model, instead of removing that slain model, you can heal 1 wound allocated to it. This model cannot use this ability on itself. So that's really handy, especially if it's a case that you're very close to a point where you might end up having to take battle shock test. Then, you know, that can really be beneficial. It's also a wizard, so this unit can attempt to cast 1 spell and unbind 1 spell in the enemy hero phase. So you can choose either the arcane bolt, which is cast on a 5 and does 1 mortal wound, or on a 10 you do D3 mortal wounds. And you also have prime electrids. So if this model successfully casts arcane bolt and it is not unbound, then the spell inflicts D3 mortal wounds instead of 1, or D6 mortal wounds instead of D3 if you cast 10 or more. So it's just bumped it up massively. That's really nasty. I mean, let me know in the chat if you think that's a bit OP, right? It just casually does D3 mortal wounds if he casts it rather than the 1, and does D6 instead of D3 if he casts on the 10. That's nasty. Right, so I'm just gonna sit that back down there. And then, of course, we got our sequiturs, so we know what they're all about. Yeah, you got storm. Yeah, 5-inch move, 2 wounds, 4 up save, 7 bravery. You got the mole, which is 2 attacks, 3 up, and 1 damage. The great mace is 1 inch again, 2 attacks, 3 up, and does 2 damage. The prime gets an extra attack. And where is it? Here we go. The soul shields. Anyone who's rolling a save with a soul shield can re-roll the save of 1. And with the Great Mace Blast, each hit roll of 6 scores D3 hits. So again, that's really packing a punch there. So there we go. Now we have the Knight of Shrouds. Whoa. Okay, so this is gonna be awesome. Right, so 12-inch move, 6 wounds, 4 up save, 10 bravery. He's got the Sword of Stolen Hours, which is 1 inch, 4 attacks, 3+ to say, 3+ to hit and wound. He does -1 rend, which is gonna annoy the Stormcast, and he does 2 damage on each successful attack. And then his mount has the ghostly hooves and teeth. It's a 1 inch range, 2 attacks, 4+ to hit and 5 to wound. So not as good as the Griff Charger, and it does 1 damage. So he's ethereal, which means he ignores the rend rule for his armor saves. He's got the fly rule, so he can pass over terrain, no problem. It's a hero unit, and it has a special ability called Stolen Hours. So each time a wound inflicted by this model's Sword of Stolen Hours slays an enemy hero, heal 1 wound allocated to this model. I mean, that's a bit meh compare it to the Prime Electrids or the Cycle of the Storm abilities from the Lord Arcanum. It's a bit meh, really, isn't it? But anyways, Better than nothing. Better than nothing. Right, so just shrink that down. Okay, and then of course we got the chain rasps as well. And we know what they're all about. 6-inch move, 5+ to save, 1 wound, 6 bravery, 2 attacks, 4 up save. 2 attacks, 4 up to hit, 4 to wounds, and 1 damage. You get an extra attack on the Dread Warden. They're ethereal. They got fly and Chilling Horde. They get to re-roll wound rolls of 1 if they still have 10 or more in their unit. So there we go. So let me know what you think in the chat below. They get to re-roll wound rolls of 1. Let me just try and hear myself. 10 or more in their unit. So there we go. Okay, all right. Just hearing the playback, just so I know that you guys can hear me okay. So, place your bets. Who do you think's going to win? The Ghosties or the Thunder Dudes? So here you go. You do a roll-off. Whoever rolls the highest goes first. If you draw, you re-roll again. And then you just play on through. If you do roll a tie from round 2 onwards, was it? If you had first turn in the previous round, then you get to go first. So there you go. All right. So I'm going to pop this in view over there, and we're going to start rolling some dice. Yeah. Right. So let's just get this train back in place. Right, there we go. So everything is set up how it's described in the scenario as well. This unit secretors are over in that corner. Lord Arcanum over here. We then have the Knight Shrouds right there, and the 10 chain rasps ranked up over here within Unification. Right, and let's just make sure that there we go. We can see the dice as well. We got a dice cam. Right, so if you don't mind me, I'm just gonna have a good old slurp of bin juice. Bin juice. Get yours at a local store. Right, let's get some Muzaks going, yeah? Yeah. Okay, so. I mean, that's creepy as heck, right? I need to turn it down actually on my headset. Alright, so that's bin juice done. Now we need one more thing. One more thing. So that was just me nipping out. Had a mini coughing fit. Right, let's get going, shall we? So, before anything starts, we need to do the roll off. Right, green will represent the Nighthaunt, white will represent the Stormcast. And Stormcast rolled the highest with a 4. So they get to choose who goes first. Now, in all honesty, I really think the Stormcast should go first. And the reason why is because the Lord Arcanum can cast magic, and it's the only bit of range weaponry in any sense in this game. So, I'm going to take full advantage of that. Right. Okay, so we're going to do regular movement. I'm going to run. Oh, actually, I forgot another thing as well. We need to keep track of the command points, don't we? So, there you go. You can see, got 1 command point for the Stormcast. Okay, so I'm going to get these Secretors to run. Let's see, what do I roll? I roll a 1. Brilliant. So that means they go only 6 inches. That's fine. I'm not too fussed about that. So they're just going to run straight. And then this chap, you go full 12 inches. But I don't want him to. I just need him within range to be able to shoot his magic. Now, if that's 12 inches and the range is 18, that means you only need to go here. And yes, pre-measuring is allowed. Alright, so he just goes about 9 inches there. And that puts him in range of his magic. Alright. Whoa, there we go. Roast that chicken. Yeah. Alright. Right. It's almost as bad as saying, it's let's put that as a pop out. There we go. It's not working as a pop up. Okay, let's just restore that. Right, so what are we doing? Yes, casting magic. So he's gonna cast Arcane Bolt straight on the Knight of Shrouds. It needs a 5 to do D3 damage, but again, if he rolls a 10, he gets to do D6 damage. Could wipe him out in one go. So let's see. Oh, there's a hidden dice there. We'll cast it on a 7. So it's just a regular D3 damage. The Knight of Shrouds hasn't got anything to dispel it with or unbind it. So D3 mortal wounds. Oh! Ow! Just like that. He's taken 3 mortal wounds. That's gotta hurt. So, yeah. Haha. Right. There's no shooting and there's no combat. So we're now going to move over to turn 1 Nighthaunt. They also get command ability point over here. So they're going to want to run in as much as they can. So I'm going to roll for the run on the chain rasps. They roll a 5, which means they go 11, which is very good. And I'm gonna force the hands. I'm gonna force the Storm player's hand. Stormcast player. Get back over there. Jeez. I don't know where my fingers are today. There we go. Right. And he's got to do a normal move. 12 inches. So there. It's a bit of a gamble, but I'm hoping he can do a fair bit of damage on the Lord Arcanum and survives it. So, fingers crossed on that. Right, so I can't do shooting, so just gonna charge. So he only needs 6 inches to charge. Oh, he does it with ease. Rolls 10. He charges right in there. Smack. Okay. So let's jump right into combat. So this eerie mister has 4 attacks with his Sword of Stolen Hours. Let's see. Oh, no, not that one. There we go. Let's just so you can see it a bit better. There it is. Right. So he needs 3s to hit. Nice, not bad at all. And he needs 3s to wound. Oh, 3 wounds. Okie dokie. He does -1 rend, which makes the Lord Arcanum's armor save a 4+. And each one does 2 damage if he doesn't save it. So let's go. Saves 2, but 1 goes through. So he takes 2 damage. Boom, like that. Right, we also got the mount as well. The horsey horse. It's got 2 attacks and it's forced to hit. Let's see more dice there. So forced to hit. Ooh, both hit. Come on, Nelly. We need 5s to wound. We got a wound! No way. Okay. It's a regular armor save of 3+. Oh, excellent. So yeah, Horsey just chomped the Lord Arcanum, taking a bite out of him. So he's now down to 4 wounds left. Very nice. Now he gets these attacks back, so this is where it's going to start hurting. So he's got 3s to hit. Oh, hang on. I've got to say. Sorry, I forgot. The Knight of Shrouds special ability, Stolen Hours. Each time a wound inflicted by this model's sword of Stolen Hours slay. Oh. No, it's not slayed, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. Alright, so attacks back. The Aether Stave. 4 attacks. These 3s to hit. And no, that's pup, wasn't it? 2 miss. These 3s to wound. Oh, 2 wounds. Lovely jubbly. So we need to make 2 armor saves of a 4-up from the Knight of Shrouds. Each one failed will do D3 damage. Oh, okay. That's 1 failed. And the D3 damage? 3! Oh! Well, the Knight of Shrouds is dead. Just like that. Let's go for the overkill. Yeah. 3 attacks from the mount, beacon claws. It's 3s to hit. Oh man, that does better. 3s to wound. Would have done 1 more wound with a normal 4-up save. Ah, he saved it. Okay, so he's just dead. Wow. Look at that. Didn't even last until, you know, the end of the first turn. Hey Karen Commissar, how you doing? Hope you're well. Cheers for joining us. Right. So, that was a pain, wasn't it? Right. Now, it's the end of that round. There is no battle shock to be done either. So, we do a roll-off. See who gets priority in turn 2. So, the white dice is Stormcast, and the green is the Nighthaunt. Why is that moving over? Stay where you are. So, it's a draw. And when you roll a draw, the person who had priority the previous turn gets to go first, or choose to go first. And you know what? I'm gonna have the Stormcast go first. So we're not gonna do any running. We're just gonna pace ourselves. We're gonna march over this way. Try and form a sort of shield. And gonna have this chappy ride along over here. This is wound count up, so you should still have line of sight. Oh no, I've moved him. Hang on, let's put him back. Let's put him back. I'm not even doing this right, am I? Alright, let's do that again. Hero phase. Alright, it's going to cast Arcane Bolt on the chain rasps. He's a 5. Only just casts it. Shocking. Does the box keep moving, or is it the camera that keeps moving? I don't know. Any dice hiding in there? No. Right. So he does D3, 2. So that's 2 chain rasps, dead and dead. Right. So now I could do the movement. So he was going to move over here, out of the way, to protect himself. These chaps were going to storm up over here. Form some sort of... Actually, no. Let's have them move back there. Like that. Okay, so now there's a bit of a shield going on there. Right. So that's their turn over. It's now their turn. There's no point counting command points because we don't have a commander. We don't have a hero to use them. We only got one thing we can do. And that's bring the pain. Oops. clumsy hands. And of course they got the fly rule, so terrain isn't an issue. And now they're going to charge. So need 3 inches to make it successful, but I want to roll more than 6. Oh, the dice went off the table. There we go. They rolled 11. That's plenty. Just going to charge right in there. Let's bring the pain. Actually, gonna have them shuffle along a little bit because there we go. Don't want to give that dude the extra. Right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them left. So they get 2 attacks each. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, plus the extra one for the warden, 17. Okay. So let's just dip camera that way a bit more. Right. So they are hitting on 4s, as we know. Ooh, I don't know. Let's get rid of that. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay, just beat the average there. Right. Now they need 4s to wound. Come on. Let's bring it. Let's bring the pain. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 armor saves to make for the Stormcast. Alright. I'm going to take all those on the shields so that if I roll any ones, I get rerolls. Let's do it. 4 up. Ooh, would you look at that? 2 6s and a 4. So those are saved. I rolled 2 1s, but I get the reroll because of the shields. Saved. Wow. Boo. Boo, Sigma rights, boo. Oh dear. Alright, okay. So they get their attacks back. Right. There's no point moving him because he can't get round for piling. So we've got one great mace thing. So that's 2 attacks with 3s to hit. Both failed. Okay, that's something of a safe thing. All right, and then we need 2, 4 plus 3. That's 7. 7 attacks. Regular mace. Let's see. Freeze. Oh dear, they're not rolling very well, are they? It's 3. And then they need 3s again. Wow! Not a single wound. Not an actual single wound. Can you believe it? They fluffed all their attacks. Boo! Shaking the right sock. Wow, okay. I mean, that's complete fluff, isn't it? But. They didn't take any losses in this turn, so they don't do battle shock either side. So what we do is, it's now turn 3. Okay, and we need to roll for priority. So once again, the white dice is the Sigmas, dudes, and the green one is the Nighthawk. Let's do it. Hey, the Bard, how you doing? Points off for unpainted minis. They are painted, mate. They got 3 colours on them and something on the base. So, tournament legal. Right, priority roll. Who gets it? The Nighthaunt get it. Ooh, all right. So, of course, they're going straight into attack mode. So, again, we get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17 attacks for those dudes. There we go. So, hitting on 4s. Whew. Not as good as I hoped. Okay. What's that one? That's a 2 as well. Alright, so 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay. 7 went through. And then he 4s to wound. 3. Okay. 3 armor saves to make for the Stormcast. Again, going to be taking them on the shields. So I get the reroll on the 1. So they need 4s. And they failed 1. Ooh. Hot damn. So on the shield dude. But we have the special ability from the Lord Arcanum called Cycle of the Storm. And once per turn, when a friendly Stormcast Eternal model is slain. No, it's not slain. Okay, so we can't use that. Getting too happy to use special abilities. Right. So it's attacks back now. So we do the 2 Great Mace attacks, which are 3s to hit. Both hit. 3s to wound. 1 wound. Can make an armor save of 5+. Oh, he makes it! Yeah, boy! Ghosty boy for the win! Alright, let's do the other 7 attacks from the rest of the unit. 3s to hit. Ooh, okay. Only 3. And it's 3s to wound. Alright, we got 3 wounds on all 4s, by the way. So 3 5-up saves. Come on, ghosty boys. They only lose 1! No. Oof. Excellent. Okay, so the Secretors don't need to do Battle Shock, but the ghosty boys do. And they lost 1. So as long as they roll a 5 or less, is it? As long as they roll a 6, actually. Yeah. Okay, so they lost 1 dude. So as long as they don't roll a 6, they don't take any casualties. I believe that's how it's done. Is it 2 dice or 1 dice for battle shot? Roll a dice and add 1. Yeah. Okay. Let's do it. Oh, he rolled a 6. The wrong time to roll a 6. Come on. Come on. So we lose another ghost. Ah, dear. Oh, boy. I need some drinky poo. Hey, Dicey Guy. How you doing, man? Hello and welcome. Glad you can make it. Right, so now it's the Stormcast's turn 3. So we are we're gonna move the turn counter away. He's gonna get his 3rd command point. And he's just gonna move around there, so he's just out of move back. There we go. Yeah, it's out, just out of range, 3 inches. Can't be within 3 inches, right? So, stay. The terrain keeps drifting around so much. Alright. Now, no, hang on. Before he does that, what am I doing? He's going to cast magic, isn't he? Oh, but he can't cast magic in the unit. Never mind. Ignore me. He can't cast the magic in the unit because they're in combat. And he's not in it. There we go. Similar to shooting. Right, so he's moved over there. Charges. He's going to charge. He makes the charge. Bump. Right. And now he's going to get his attacks. So he gets 4 attacks. Oh, this is going to hurt so bad. Don't worry though, because this one has gone so short, there is an alternative after this. So, we get to use the evocators instead. The evocator prime, my apologies. Anyways, he's got his attacks. It's 4 attacks. 3's to hit. Ooh, only 2. 3's to wound. Only 1! Wow, okay. Right. Needs to do a 5-up save on the chain rasps. Oh, they saved it! Wow. That's amazing, because if that failed, then he would have gone on to do D3 damage. These ghosty boys are holding up. Tough. I love it. Alright, okay. Now we get 3 attacks from the razor beak and claws of the Griff Charger. So it needs 3's to hit. Whoa! Man, it's not doing good at all. 3's to wound. Doesn't even wound! Rolls a 2! Wow. Wow, okay. This is now getting exciting. Come on now, people. What do you... Let me know in the chat, how excited are you for the Ghosty Boys right now? Right? Couldn't be any more ecstatic for them. They just dodged so much heat. It's unbelievable. Right, so yeah, now the Secateurs get to attack because it goes those who have charged, then you pick a unit, then the opposing player gets to pick a unit. Oh no, did I snap that off? Ah, did I do that? When did I do that? I don't know, never mind, we'll sort that out. Okay, so that damn headpieces snap so easy. Right, so let's do this. We have the Secateurs. We got 2 from the Great Mace. 3's, both hits. 3's again. Ooh, both wound on a 6. Now, was that to hit or to wound? Oh no, it was to hit, wasn't it? Yeah. Alright, so we need to make 2 5-up saves. Oh, not so lucky this time. So that's 4 damage done. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we got 7 attacks from the rest of the unit. They're finally doing something. 3s to hits. Holy moly. 4s went through. So we need 3s to wound. Oh, all 4 of them. That's gonna hurt. That is gonna hurt. Right. Need to make 3 of these to still be in the game. Do this. 5s. Oh no! Only just got beat on that. So there you have it. Oh dear. That wasn't even close, to be honest. That was such a wreck of a game. Wow. But, you know, let me know in the chat what you thought. Oh. Those ghosts got wrecked hard, didn't they? Absolutely wrecked. Oops, no, that's the wrong one. There we go. 8. That was nasty. Too nasty, if you ask me. Right, boom. So let's get Advocate Prime over there. Boom, 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 boom. Now, if you want, I can play the alternative where we get to use the Evocator Prime instead. So this dude might make things a little bit fairer because he can't really zip around as much. All right, Gary. Well, you never know, do you? Oh, dicey guy in with the punchline there. Oof. Okay, so right, let me know in the chat if you want to see a quick playthrough with this instead of the old Lord Arcanum, and I'm going to quickly do a little admin thing. Take a picture. I'm going to take a picture of the war scroll. Boom, there we go. And then I'm going to crop it. And then I'm going to email it to me. Just so we can play. Boom, there we go. Right. So, in the chat, do you want that second playthrough? Let me know. Because we can still go for another half hour, maybe even an hour. We've only been on for an hour. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Oops. There we go. Boom. So what are we saying? Files. There we go. Upload. send, and then get on. Oh yeah, there we go. Alright, luckily I was still logged into my email. Was that would have taken forever. Right, so basically what I've done is I've just taken a picture and cropped it of the war scroll for the Evocator Prime, so you can see what we're using for the second playthrough. Go on, Yorks. They're not ready yet. I haven't built them properly just yet, but I am very close to getting that done. Next week it's going to be Flesh Eater Courts, so definitely look out for that. Come on, dude. Internet's going a bit slow now. Alright, here we go. Yeah. Download. And then we go over here. Oh, no, not there. What we do is we do this. Split screen, we go here, go there. We add a source, image, add source. We go new source. We put it as Evo Prime. And then we bring up the thing. Then we can get rid of that now. Scroll down on downloads. I know this is fascinating stuff, right? Oh dear. The picture load up yet? There it is. Open. Yes. Done. Okay. I just got to shrink it down. Alright, so what we'll do, because I know you're bursting for this game not to end, so let's do it, shall we? No. Alright, so we're going to use the Evocator Prime instead of the Lord Arcanum. So, War Scroll, we have movement of 5, we've got 3 wounds, he's got 4 up save and 8 bravery. He's got the Tempest Blade and Stave. It says 4 attacks here, but because we're using the Prime, it gets 5 attacks instead. That's pretty nice. 3s to hit and to wound. Got -1 rend, which doesn't do anything here. And 1 damage. Drinking mango IPA and painting miniatures while looking at this. Wow. Well, thank you so much, you absolute gorgeous guy. Dicey guy, that is. Alright, so it says here he has celestial, right, weapons we can ignore because we know what weapons he's got. So we hop over to Celestial Lightning Arc. You can re-roll save rolls of 1 for attacks made with missile weapons that target this unit. That's not going to happen, is it? But we'll read it anyway. In addition, each time this unit attacks, after all of its attacks have been resolved, you can pick 1 enemy unit within 3 inches of this unit. If you do so, roll 2 dice for each model in this unit. For each 4+, that enemy unit suffers 1 mortal wound. What? What the F? That is sick. So the first bit is like, you know, we haven't got any range attacks in this game, so it's like, no, it, you know, we don't care about that. But the bit after, every time it attacks, after all the attacks have been done, you pick an enemy unit within 3 inches, and you roll 2 dice for each model in that unit, and for each 4+, they do a mortal wound. That is ridiculous. It could run into the chain rasps, right? And it could literally just go, oh look, there's 10 of them. I'm going to roll 20 dice and just wipe them out in one go if you roll 4+. That's ridiculous. That's a little kamikaze unit. I love it. Oh, let's get on with it. All right. Right, so let's just pop that there. Make it disappear. Right. We're gonna do this. That is mental. Yes, that was the first time I ever read that war scroll. Don't hate me for it. Right. Wow. What can I say? Hey there, beautiful people. How you doing? It's Mr. Frostifist Mephos. How you doing, bud? Hope you're all well. Okay, so before we start, we got the first thing we need to do, and that's the roll off to see who goes first. Okay, so we all know where everything is currently located on the map. So we got the Evocator Prime. That's his name. Yep, the Evocator Prime. We got a 5 Secateurs. We got a 10 Chain Rasps here, and the Lord of Shrouds over here in the corner. Green dice is the Nighthaunt. White dice is the Stormcast. Let's see who gets priority. Oh, looks like the Nighthaunt gets to choose. And this is interesting now because they don't have any range attacks. So, what to do, what to do, what to do? There's no way that they can charge them in the first turn. Maybe even the second turn. So, we're gonna do it. Right. So, we get our first command point for the Nighthaunt. And then we're going to start doing some stuff. We can't do hero phase because he doesn't have anything to do that. So we go movement. They're going to roll to run. They rolled a 1. Wow. So you know what? I'm going to use this turn's command ability to turn that into a 6 so that they're running 12 inches. So they're just going to run straight across. There's no point holding on to the command abilities, the command points at this level because there's no need to really. Okay, so this dude has a 12-inch range as well to move, so he moves up like that. Okie dokie. Fry some ghost. Right, now it goes over to their first turn. So yeah, okay, so they don't have any heroes. He doesn't count as a hero, so they don't get any command points because they can't use them. So let's do this. Gonna move 5 inches up like that. And I'm just gonna have those big hammers arch round slightly. Actually, no, just have it there. Okay. And then this dude is just gonna run head on. Just right. Now, I will clarify. In this, it does say here, right? Let's just have a look. Right, it says play through battle rounds until only one player has models remaining. The player wins the game. Okay, fair. Afterwards, you can add the Evocator Prime to your games using this war scroll below. Now, seeing how the previous game went, it was almost a whitewash for the Stormcast. I thought it was only fair that I swapped out the Lord Arcanum for the Evocator Prime, especially because the Evocator Prime is dirty. Right, so let's see. Can we do any charges? He's 10 inches away, but the problem is it's going to cost an inch to climb up and an inch to climb down. So he's not going to really make it. And we've got the same problem with them over there. So now we move on to turn 2. So let's do our little priority roll. And the Stormcast has it. Rolling a 6. Right. So they are 100% going to take the charge to them. So we're not even going to hold back. So there's the 5-inch move there. And the 5-inch move over here as well. Okay. Right. So, what we need to do is charges. Just double check. You ain't got anything else to do, have you? Yeah, no. Alright, cool. So, what do you need? You're 4 inches away. Oh, no, actually. 5 inches away. You'll need to roll 7 because you've got to get over the fence. So that's going to charge. Rolls an 8. Booyah! Hops over that fence. Kadoosh! Okay. What do these lot need? So they are 5 inches away. Okay. Plus the 2 to get over that, so they need to roll 7 or more. No. They failed their charge, rolling a 6. Okay, so Evocator Prime. It's going to get its attacks. It gets 5 attacks because it's just ridiculous. And then we are moving on. Well, we're not moving on. Okay. Right, yeah. 5 attacks with 3s to hit. Yeesh. Oh. And then it's 3s to wound. Does only 1 wound. On the 6. So our big boy, he's got a 4-up armor save. He fails it. Ooh, okay. He's taking a wound. Right. Okay, so now he's gonna have his attacks back. So he's got 4 attacks. So I forgot to pop this up, didn't I? So you know who's fighting. Right. There we go. Right, 4 attacks with 3s to hit. Ooh, all of them hit. Yikes. That's gonna hurt. 3s to wound. All of them wounds. Oh, okay. Right, so that's 4 saves at -1 rend. That gives it a 5-up armor save. They failed. All of them. He's dead. Give me the dice. He just went squish. All right, so. Wow, he can't use his ability, can it? Because he's dead. I was hoping it would have lasted long enough to actually use his ability. It just got slapped. It was just it just got slapped off the face of the face. It just goes, yeah, I'm gonna electrocute every one of you mofo ghosts. And then like Shrouds just goes, no you're not. Poof. Ah, he's gone. Bye. Wow. Okay. Well, that was an intense battle round. Let me know what you think. That couldn't have gone any different to the previous game. Wow. Okay. Right. Let's do it. It's now the Nighthawk's turn, isn't it? Raven, how you doing, man? Thank you for popping in. Hope you are well. Right. Let's get some movement done, yeah? So, oh yeah. You dead. Bye-bye. Right. Just 3 inches away. So, ghosty boy on the prowl. And the problem is, if he counted as a hero, then he would have healed that wound that he lost. But because it was just a prime for a unit that isn't on the board at the moment, he's still only down by 1. Let's see. 3 inches away would be right up against the gate, so they're just gonna wait behind that wall, just like, hi, you guys. Yeah. Span them out so they can just pile in. Right. Knight of Shrouds is going to do his charge. It's a successful charge. And then the chain rasps, they're going to do their charge. Yep, they're successful as well. Also forgot they gained a command point this turn, didn't they? So they rolled 6, which means they can successfully charge in from 6 inches away. So let's do it. You can get around the back, so pop on the front, pop round the back, boom, there we go. Everyone is having fun now. Everyone's got a little buddy. If you had saw the first round, right, this dude got yeeted by turn 2, just completely wiped off the table, thanks to this chap, right? This turn, he done the opposite. So let's do this. Right, so they both charged, which means the both units get to go first. So what we do is we are going to do the Knight of Shrouds first. Let's get this Sequitors up against the Knight of Shrouds. Right, so he's got 4 attacks, doing 3s to hit. What's that one there? Oh, that was 3 as well. Cool. Where's the camera gone? There we go. Aha, there we go. So all 4 hits. Where's that death? There we go. These 3s to wounds. Oh, 1 misses. But we got 3 saves at -1 rend to make. Gonna take it on the shields. Oh no, can't actually. Have to take it on the guy with the grand hammer. So that means no re-rolling 1s to save. Actually no, can, because he's in base contact with him. So yeah, taking it on the shields. -1 rend, that means they got a 4-up save. 5-up save now. Oh, ouch. Get to reroll the 1 because of the shield. Okay, 1 failed, which means that 1 is dead. And of course, because I did the save with the shield person, it means the shield person dies. So pop that there. We got 2 attacks from the ghostly hooves and teeth. It's 4s to hit. Both miss. Okay. Right. Now we've got the chain rasps. So get the pile in. Like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They haven't lost anyone yet. Oh, that's good. You know why? They get that special ability when there's 10 or more of them. So, first of all, we got 21 attacks. There's 2 each, plus an extra 1 for the Dread Warden. So that's 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21. Groovy. And just quickly double check. Oh no, we don't need that, we need that. What was their special ability? Reroll wound rolls of 1. Okay. Alright. Just had to double check that. Okay, so 4s to hit. Oh, that's a bit. I don't know. That's quite a mix. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 missed. So we've got 10 hits. That's still good. Right. 4s to wound. Ooh, that's better. 1, 2, 3 missed. But I get to re-roll that because that was a 1. There we go. We've got another wound. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8 wounds to save. Oof. 6, 8. Okay. 4-up saves. So we're gonna have to split it because not all of them will be on the shields. So let's say 1, 2, 3 will not be with the reroll 1. Okay, so let's do this one. It's 4s with the reroll 1. Okay, so that's 1 wound, and then make the 3 saves with the Grand Hammer dudes. That's another failed one, so it goes off this dude because he's already taken a wound. Yikes. Okay. So, as you can see, they have broken unit cohesion, but because they're still in combat, it's okay. You only need to bring it back into unit cohesion when you're able to. So they would either retreat and then bring it back in, or they can pile in towards each other. Right, so now they get their attacks back. Okay, this is still turn 3, right? So, we got 3 attacks from this lady on the chain rasps. So that's going to be 3s. Oof. And 3s again. Wounds. Got to make a save of 5 up. Fails. Okay, so got 1 dude dead. Right, now we've got a Grand Mace over here and 1 over here. I want to try and take some licks out of the Knight Shrouds. So actually no. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do these 2 on the unit of chain rasps, and I'll tell you why. Because if I hit them hard enough and cause enough wounds, and when it comes to the bravery roll, they're gonna suffer big time. Ah, no, but he's got a command point, so he could ignore it. Ah. You know what? Okay, I'm going to split it. 2 Grand Mace on the Night Haunts. So it's 3s to hit. 3s to wound. Fails. Wow. And then the Grand Mace on the Night Shrouds. 2 hit. 2 wound. Ooh. Okay, so it's got to make 2 saves of 4+. If it doesn't, each one will do 2 damage. Oh! Save them both. Pew! Pew, 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 pew. Suck it. Okay, right. So this is going to be interesting now. Right. Now we've got to do bravery. So chain rasps lost 1. So I roll with dice and add 1 to it. What did I roll? 3. Add the 1 that they lost, equals 4. It's still under their bravery value of 6. So they don't take any more casualties. Now for the Stormcast, they got bravery 7, but they lost 2. So let's see what they roll. They rolled a 5. They only just done it. If they had rolled a 6, they would have lost it, dude. Just like that. Right, so those 2 did. Okay. Right, so now it's Stormcast turn 3. Of course, they can't do much but just like pile in, but it's not really much to do there. Okay. So they're gonna do their attacks. I'm gonna split the attacks again. I'm gonna do the 2 Grand Mace on the Knight of Shrouds. There we go. So 2 grand mace on the Knight of Shrouds. These 3s. Rolls a 6 on the roll to hit. Yeah! Okay, so that's 1 confirmed hit. And this 6 turns into D3 hits now. He rolls a 4. Brilliant. Okay, so now he's made 3 hits. Needs 3s to wound. Oh, okay. 2 wounds. Each one doing 2 damage. So let's see if he saves them on his 4+. Saves it easy with 2 5s. Shrugging it off like it's nothing. Okay. Then we've got the 2 grand mace on the chain rasps. Both hits. Both wound. Gotta make 2 5-up saves. Failed! So that's 4 chain rasp dead. Ay, ay, ay. Now they're hitting back. And we got 3 attacks from the prime over here. 3s. And 3s again. Only 1 save. Okay. 5 up. Failed. Oh, okay. They really got hit hard this time. So, now it's attacks back. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going to do the chain rasp first. So, how many we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So that's 2 attacks each plus the extra 1 for the champion. He 4s to hit as well. Let's get those raspy dudes up. There we go. So 4s to hit. I'll just throw a dice on the floor. There we go. 4 hit. Okay, not bad. He 4s to wound. 2 wounds. Okay. So we've got to make that save now. So just take a slurp. Oh, there we go. Right, 2 saves being made on the shield gal. So rolls of 1s are rerolls. She 4s. Oh, she takes a hit. Yikes. Down the wound. Okay. Right. Knight of Shrouds. He's got 4 attacks. He hits on 3s. Okay. He then wounds on 3s. That's 2 saves that need to be done. It's on the chat with no save, so yeah, no rerolls on the 1s. So 4s. Oh, so she's dead, and then he takes the wound, and now 3 attacks from mount as well. Wait, how many missed? How many didn't get saved? Oh yeah, it was the 1, wasn't it? Okay, right, I'm getting it right. Oh, sorry. The mount gets 2 attacks and it's 4s to hit. Roll 6s. That is one angry horsey. 5s to wounds. Oh, it rolls a 6 and a 5. Go on, Nelly. Go on. Okay. 2 4-up saves. Oh! They rolled 2 1s! And they ain't got no shields to re-roll the 1s. So you're dead. And you take the wound. Wow. Okay, now it's turned around. Big time. Holy crap on a cracker. Right. So now we've got to do bravery. So we start with Stormcast Eternal. Sequitur. The bravery stat is 7. He's lost 2 fellow Sequiturs, which means as long as he rolls a 5 or less, he ain't dead. Can I have a drum roll, please? He rolled a 3! He's still in the game. Alright. And of course, the Nighthaunt, they're going to use their command point to ignore the battle shock phase for their dudes. Okay. This is where it's at. We are currently now on turn 4. We have 1 Sequitur with 1 wound versus a unit of 4 chain rasps and the Knight Shrouds that's only taken 1 wound. This game is completely different to the previous one. And it couldn't be any more different. So let's bring this down. I'm going to bring this down a little. There we go. Here we go. All right. Let's have some water. Right. Okay. There's some serious juju going on here. So let's do it. Priority roll. Green dice, Nighthaunt. White dice, Stormcast. Who's going to get priority? The Stormcast. No way. Oh, it is game on. Game on. All right, so he can't move or do anything. All he could do is charge. So he's going to charge the chain rasps. He's in. only just rolled the minimum requirement to get into combat. So there we go. Right. This is going to be tough. So, he's got 2 attacks. Okay. He has 2 attacks. He needs 3s to hit, but any hits of 6s gives him D3s. Let's see it. He rolls a 6 and a 1. Ah, okay. Let's see. Will this be 3? Or will it be 1? He rolled a 3. That's 2. Okay, so he's just hit. He's just basically got his hits. Alright. These 3s to wounds. Only 1. Okay. 1 armor save of a 5 up from the chain rasp. Needs to be done, otherwise they take 2 damage. They rolled a 3. They just lost 2 dudes. Okay. Alright. That's fine. Now the chain rasps get their attacks back. They got 2 from this guy and 3 from this guy. They need 4s to hit. Ooh, yeah. 3 of them hit nicely. Really should just like blue tack this box down. Right, then he falls to wounds. Oh my days! 3 wounds to save. He's got no armor save rerolls. He's only got 1 wound, and he's. Oh yeah. Okay, chat. How are we gonna do this? Are we gonna make all 3 armor saves at the same time, or are we gonna roll 1 at a time? Let me know in the chat. Come on, you got like 10 seconds to get your answers in. Let's do it. Holy moly. Wow. And there's nothing in the chat. I'm giving you extra time for the time lag. Come on, first one to say it. I'll do it. Rolling the dice in my hands. Doing it 1 at a time, all at the same time. So that was 1 hit with 2 wounds. Yeah, because the chain rasps only have 1 wound each. So when 1 hit gets through with the grand mace, which does 2 damage, it killed 2 of them. At the same time. Oh, 1 at a time. Uh-oh, we need a tiebreaker. We need a tiebreaker. Who's gonna be? Come on. What's it gonna be? Let's get the tiebreaker in. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go for 1 each just for the suspense. Heroic 4+. He rolls a 5. Woo! Okay. Heroic 4+. No, he failed. He rolls a 1. Was his other save gonna make it? No, he would have died twice over. Skadoosh! You're dead. There we go. Wow. So it's been a long time since we had a dead heat, hasn't it? And now the chain rasps and the Knight of Shrouds can go on and claim what is rightfully theirs. Yeah, there we go. That is it. So we have gone from a complete whitewash from the Stormcast to brutal victory from the Nighthorn, and it just goes to show how easily it can swing back and forth. And to be honest, in the first game, the Stormcast really hurt the Nighthorn. Like, it was ridiculous. But in this turn, because I had taken the Lord Arcanum out rather than adding the Evocator Prime, it balanced it a bit more, but my goodness, did the Knight of Shrouds just chew him up and spit him out? Just like gone, dead. He didn't even get to have his special ability go off, which would have wrecked the chain rasps if he had survived with 1 wound. Then he would have got the chain lightning ability off onto the chain rasps. That would have been 2 dice each, and on a 4+, it does a mortal wound. That would have been brutal. Mythos. Unlike 40k in AOS, multi-damage from the same swing can carry over. Yeah, essentially, all the wounds in that unit are basically a pool of wounds, right? And if you do damage to that unit, you start with the first model that's already wounded, and you whittle it down to it's got no more wounds left, and then you move on to the next model in the unit. And the person controlling the unit gets to choose who takes that damage, and of course you just work your way through like that. Oh, sweet! You got a game in June. Nice. Right, I'm gonna turn the light back on because the laptop cam can't manage it. Yeah, it's fuzzy enough, isn't it? So, let me know what you thought in the chat. Let me know in the comments if you're watching this back. What did you think of the game? That was crazy intense. I was really hoping to see that chain lightning ability go off. What's it called? It's not called chain lightning, is it? But I'm calling it chain lightning. But it was celestial lightning arc. That would have been amazing, right? Let's just like, for the sake of theory, you know, like in practice. So that's 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, right? And 4s would have done a mortal wounds, right? This is a really bad roll. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Almost the whole unit would have got wiped out just from that special ability just leaping over. That's madness. So, I mean, it was a good thing that the Knight of Shrouds chewed him up before. My goodness. If it wasn't for the fact that this line right here says, after all of its attacks have been resolved. Oh no, hang on. Did I misread that? No. Oh, I made a boo-boo. I made a big boo-boo. Here, look. Just so you lot can see. It says right here, in addition, each time this unit attacks, after all of its attacks have been resolved. I thought it said all of the attacks are resolved. You pick one enemy unit within 3 inches of this unit. If you do so, roll 2 dice for each model in this unit. For each 4+ that enemy suffers. I'm misreading that big time. That's really confusing, actually. In which you can read this. Okay, right. So I screwed up with the effect, right? But it says pick one enemy unit within 3 inches of this unit. If you do so, roll 2 dice for each model in this unit. Are you talking about the unit of evocators, or are you talking about the enemy unit? Because if you're talking about the evocators, then it would have just been the 2 dice on the chain rasp and not 2 dice for the entire unit, because I thought that was ridiculously overpowered. I'm gonna have to do an FAQ on that. Wow, okay. So maybe it wouldn't have made much difference then at all. Okay. So I'll check the FAQ on that. A buffnet saying enemy unit. If that's true, that would have wiped out the squad. But I think that's way too powerful. I think it might be because normally you have like a unit of 3 or a unit of 5 of them, right? That would be more moderate. Them doing, you know, 2 from that unit onto the enemy unit. But anyways, I'll do an FAQ, and now that I am past the 1,000 subscriber mark, which massive thank you to everyone for supporting the channel, I can post that up on the feed now, so that's amazing. So Daichi. Alright, well, anyways, let me know in the comments below if you do know the proper, you know, way to apply that rule. If I don't already, I'll try and read the FAQ somewhere and I'll post it up on the feed. So if you're not already subscribed, do please make sure you are subscribed and you hit that bell notification icon so you can see those feeds as well as all future playthroughs, which I do every Monday at 8:30. I also do a nice little hobby hangout every Friday at 8. I'm trying to get some more people in for interviews and hangouts as well, so you never know, you might see someone different coming along soon. So yeah, and also if you want to check out all my social media links, they'll be in the description below, along with amazing Facebook groups to hang out with. The best one by far is of course the Chilly Wargamers network, so go check them out. They also got a Discord which I hang out in sometimes, so that's well worth having a look at. And finally, if you do want to help support the channel, there are many ways of doing it, from merch or straight up donations, or if you want to, you can order yourself some hobby supplies from Element Games at a nice discount. And if you use the code, you get yourself some bonus reward points, so it doesn't cost you anything extra to do that. And if you want to pre-order yourself some Mortal Realms issues, then there's a link to Forbidden Planet where you can get yourself a guaranteed issue. So once again, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, like I said, let me know in the comments below, did I do that rule right? I think I did it wrong, but let me know. And Boffnet got it. 1 evocator, 2 dice, 3 evocators, 6 dice. Okay. Alright, so yeah, that's what I thought. Well, there you go then. You don't need to. Boffnet, that was really quick on the FAQ. Boom. There we go. Props to Boffnet. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing night. I'll see you Friday at 8. And until then, peace.